Hi guys, political commentator Marina Purkiss has a lot more patience than I do when it comes to Brexiteers like Jacob Rees-Mogg's sister. Marina done a great job of pushing back against attempts to talk over her and waving away of criticisms of Brexit. Annuziata Rees-Mogg started laughing during a discussion about attempts to undo the worst of Brexit, which demonstrated that she, like her brother, have nothing to offer. Have a listen to this.
Marina disagrees with you, Michael.
We didn't have the boat crossing issue when we were in the EU. We just didn't.
Oh, come on. Please.
Anyone remember lorries?
We didn't have it.
They did hang on to lorries, and that was police better, and then they moved to boats.
Right, but the fact is...
Yes! My goodness, what's wrong with this woman? Do you understand? Before Brexit, most people who would cross the channel through irregular means would climb on board lorries, and then what happened was the UK and the EU, the UK and France, worked together to clamp down on this. You know, there was the Dublin regulation, which allowed the UK to return people to France, to return them to the first safe country. But when the UK left the European Union, there was no agreement in place. So, of course, if it was more difficult because of security checks between France and the UK that were still in place, well, they had to find another way to get people in. And of course, we saw a dramatic increase in small boats crossings. It was a direct result of Brexit because there was no longer the cooperation between the UK and the EU as a result of the UK being a member of the European Union.
Since leaving the EU, we didn't take back control.
It's not Brexit, Marina. You can't tie everything to something you don't like.
Why did you then promise?
I applaud you for your...
See, you notice what Rees-Mogg is doing here. She's saying, it's all, you're trying to tie everything to Brexit. Nobody's saying everything is down to Brexit. Brexit has a massive role to play here, but not everything is down to Brexit. And what she's saying, because you don't like it. It's not because Marina doesn't like Brexit. She's pointing out the flaws in your policy, in your goal. This was what the Mogg family wanted to achieve. Get the UK out of the European Union and to hell with the consequences. Well, there are significant consequences that have to be dealt with.
Your attempt to turn the question constantly back on me.
Why did you promise that Brexit would cap immigration, and why have we seen Brexit, since Brexit, immigration at record levels?
I'm going to
boat crossings at record levels.
I'm going to answer you.
Why does she find all this so funny? Is this a coping mechanism? I can't actually respond with something rational. I can't actually respond with something logical or factual, so I just laugh.
In your own way. Why? And can't you understand that not everything is down to Brexit? That we have had other issues going on in the world, apart from an event in 2016.
The reason I pose these questions to Annuziata is because Brexit was positioned by the Brexit Party, by yourself, by your brother, as this thing that would be a silver bullet to all of these things. Immigration, food, bills, and it actually did the opposite. Farmers and fishers were the very opposite of what they were promised.
Right. Yes, it has done the opposite. What planet are you living on? I understand that you're from an upper class background and you don't suffer the consequences. You're not involved in trading. You're not involved in farming. You're not involved in pretty much anything, I don't think. So of course you're not suffering the consequences. Of course you're not. You're able to say, of course this is not happening. The reality is that Brexit is damaging the UK economy. Last week I should say, on the 13th, new regulations came in, which is making it more difficult for businesses, particularly small businesses, to export. Now, what is the Jacob Rees-Mogg or whatever your name, Mogg, response to this?
Thank you. Michael, cheers. Lauren in London, hi.
See, there's a massive problem here. You have people who sold the idea that Brexit was a panacea. Brexit would fix all problems. Now that it has not fixed all those problems, the response from these people is, well, it's nothing to do with Brexit. The war in Ukraine or the pandemic or something else. They can't point to an actual benefit of Brexit. So whenever you point out that there are problems, their response is nothing to do with Brexit. Or if it's Nigel Farage, he'll say, well, yes, it is down to Brexit, but it's because of the wrong type of Brexit. The Tories delivered the wrong type of Brexit. If I had been in charge, I would have delivered a wonderful, successful Brexit, but I was not in charge. Maybe in the future I will be. But the Moggs, they told people, vote for this and it will make you richer. It will drive down prices. Businesses will be able to operate just as before. All lies. And when they're called out on it, they laugh about it, they wave it away, or they just talk over people. It's absolutely pathetic. Well done to Marina here. A lot more patience than I'd have, because these people are charlatans. They're not actually interested in the truth. They're not interested in facts. They're just interested in convincing people to continue to vote against their own interests. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.